going into the skies. Why? You seem to be all about everything in water, all things aquatic.
Well, our guests, which are a global guest palette, tell us that they want to experience crystal in other ways. So we have voyages from 5 nights to 128 nights, but our guests tell us they'd love to do 14 nights or 28 nights around the world. So we acquired 2 aircraft, and we're able to deliver that experience now.
What's happening at the upper end of the spending story? What we hear from companies like LVMH and Burberry is that they're seeing a slowdown in global demand for luxury. Why are you not experiencing that? Why are you in a kind of different market to them?
Well, I think because people still want a vacation. They feel it's a right to go on their holiday. And at Crystal, as the world's most awarded luxury cruise line, we have a 25-year history of many repeat guests, but many new guests as well. So we're just really meeting the demand of what our loyal past guests are telling us they want.
So for those not all that familiar with your footprint, are you a business that has to take into account concerns geopolitically, because a number of cruise businesses are having to think about where they stop?
Absolutely. So we publish our itineraries 3 years in advance, and obviously geopolitical situations change by the minute in this day and age. The really great thing about ocean-going vessels is that we can redeploy them and really curate their itineraries, because we have a mantra not only at Crystal but in the cruise industry always of safety first. Safety for the life of our guests, safety for the life of our crew. And we have redeployed itineraries based on geopolitics.
Yeah, where have you had to avoid?
Well, of late, people don't really want to go, let's say, to Turkey, as an example, and they don't understand that Istanbul is actually safe and anything can happen anytime, anywhere. But I went on my own holiday to Istanbul recently, so some people, you know, when they hear these things, they want to avoid those types of places.
What's the average demographic that goes on one of your cruises, and kind of what are the factors that determine their spending?
Sure.
Whether they spend more or whether they spend less, is it where the S&P is, or is it to do with what?
Well, in general, first, when they make the decision to go on Crystal, they're willing to spend more, because value is a term like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder, and they realize we're at the top of the market, but that we provide a great value. So demographically, we have guests, our average age, it all depends on the itinerary. A transatlantic, the age would skew higher. A 7-night Mediterranean in the summer, the average age would be 45, and a very hip, chic clientele. Our guests come from all over the world. They have to be comfortable with English as their first or second language, but our guests are ready, willing, and able to spend not only on Crystal, but on board and off in these fabulous destinations we take them to.